This man reigns from Akron, Ohio, the red line of the auction business. Conky's Flipping Adventures. Conky. Oh, man.
Hey.
All right, this man needs no introduction, but they're paying me to do this, so the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. What the Hell's Jeremy! Dun, dun.
I'm here. Look at that. It's real. It's not just the
And
word.
from out west, Sandusky, Lorain, Ohio, some people call him Guapo with a capital G. What up? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Robert Zjaba Auctioneer Extraordinaire, and thank you for joining me tonight. As you can tell, I'm all by myself. And as you saw on there, obviously, that is the Auction Anonymous crew that has been together for many, many, many years. And had many adventures together. Lots of fun. As friends, a family, per se. And we touched a lot of people. A lot of people out there. And I haven't said anything. My channel's all about positivity, and it's going to stay about positivity. And Auctions Anonymous is not going to go away. Auction Anonymous is here to stay. But right now, we're going to start with Ask the Auctioneer. And it's a new thing I'm going to start up with Ask the Auctioneer. But we got a lot to talk about tonight. And, first I'd like to say is that I spoke to Conky today. I spoke to Jeremy today. And I spoke to Guapo today. And I spoke to all three individuals. And I am friends with all three individuals. And some people might not accept that or have a hard time with that. And that's okay. Everyone is entitled to their own opinions, prerogatives, and I'm under the mindset of, I was friends. I love Jeremy. I love Guapo. I love Conky. And, we're brothers, and Conky, if you guys haven't seen Conky's live, I would go say check it out. Awesome. Very well-spoken man, very wise man. And Noreen also, very well-spoken, very wise, and a lot of things to say. Now, one thing Conky said, it's like a divorce, and that's part of life. And divorces happen, but when people get divorced, sometimes you do, but you try not to pick sides. And I'm not going to pick a side. And do I agree with everything that's happened or occurred? No. And do I disagree with things that have happened and occurred? Of course. But things happen. That's the way life goes. Things can happen. Everything happens for reasons, and things happen. Okay, we can't go back, but we can move forward, and that's the whole goal of life. Doors close, other ones open. And like I said, Auction Anonymous is not going to go anywhere. Conky, you guys know you want to take a little bit of break, and that might be a week or two. Who knows? Might be a month or two. Who knows? Myself, got a lot going on. I want to start on Thursdays. Right now, we're going to do Ask the Auctioneer, and like I said, Auction Anonymous coming back. But Ask the Auctioneer be a new show that I'm going to be starting. And I want to maybe start doing some auctions on there and start getting into more in depth about things and maybe do a subscription. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But that's one of the things I've been thinking about. But, we had a great friendship, good friendship. Lots of great things, experiences that, once in a lifetime experiences. You can't just, and I'm not going to throw out all those things and everything else. I appreciate, like I said, all the memories and everything I had. And, and like I said, I talked to all three people that were Auction Anonymous crew today, and it was good talking to all of them. And, we're never going to be able to get together like we used to, but that's the way life goes, And so I was thinking about, what kind of things you want to do, what kind of things you want to say, what kind of things, and I was looking at some wise sayings, and I'll go through a few of them, but a lot of these are more Buddhist kind of sayings. And, the mind is everything. What you think is what you become, and that's the key. Your mind is everything. In my mind, I want to be positive. I got a lot to do. I got kids, everything else. So that's why I stay positive in the channel. I'm not going to get into anything about saying anything about anybody. I will say a few things though that, Jeremy and Guapo, I met a lot of people in my life, millionaires, even a couple billionaires. And Jeremy and Guapo both, of all the people I met, I can say what they both have donated, given back to the community, helped out people more than almost anyone I could even think of. Both of those gentlemen. So you can say a lot about either one. If you agree with one, you agree with the other one. And the end of the day, I can tell you what, they've done a lot of good that I've seen personally. And I think Conky would attest to that. But I've seen them, give to kids in need, give to homeless people in need. I've seen them give to good organizations that needed help. So I can say that about both of them. They both have great hearts of given. Um, the things cannot be long hidden. Okay. 3 things in life cannot be long hidden, they say: the sun, the moon, and the truth. And as you guys all know, in the end of the day, the truth always will come to light. So whatever happens, happens. And you can't hide the truth. So, and then the day, like I'm telling you the truth here, like I'm not going to ever pick, it's like this. If you had a child and your child murdered somebody, okay, horrible, one of the most horrible things, or anything you could think of horrible, you're not going to stop loving that child, okay? You probably question, what did I do wrong personally and things like that. But in the end of the day, you still love that child. It doesn't matter what happens, And like I would say, Jeremy, Guapo, I'm still going to love them. They're like brothers, whatever happens, and we might one day never talk to each other, never, whatever happens, but I'll still, in my heart, I love them just like I love Conky, just because things occurred, like I said, you can't always agree with things that happened in life, what people's choices are, but I'm trying to be friends with almost everyone. And I appreciate what, Conky, the advice has given me, Jeremy, the advice has given me, Guapo, trust me, he's given me advice. We've talked a lot, all of us, we've talked about things, issues, personal things in life. So, all suffering is caused by ignorance. That's a good one. All suffering is caused by ignorance. You think about, not knowing things, ignorance of topics and things that cause a lot of suffering. And, people inflict pain on others in selfish pursuit of their own happiness or satisfaction. And I've seen a lot of that going on. There's whole channels dedicated to hate, anger, trying to tear down people to build up their own lives. And for anyone to do that, it's ridiculous, No channel should be built around hate or trying to tear down people or all this other things. And there's so much of that. And, my channel won't be on that. And, like I said, I'm not going to be drama to get views. I can always tell you that. Remember this: pain is inevitable in life, but suffering is optional. So we're all going to have pain that happens in our life, and it could be inflicted by ourselves, by others, all kind of different ways that pain can happen. But, it's us to say, the option to say, how long are we going to take that pain and let us suffer from that pain or the anger or whatever in our life afflictions. That's the optional. Like I tell my kids every day, you can wake up happy, you can wake up angry. I choose to wake up happy every day. I try to be positive every day. And that's the way I've seen a lot of negative energy and negative things in my life, and I'm not going to let it consume me. So I'm going to stay positive. This is a good one. And this is probably one of the most important ones out there. All you people listening, I hope you tell this to other people out there. Believe nothing, no matter who said it, no matter if I said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense. Okay? And I see that a lot of people are out there saying all kind of things. Don't just believe what anyone says. Don't just listen to me and believe what I have to say. Think about it. Use your own brain. Because there's a lot of things that are being said on all kind of different topics and things like that aren't 100% true or not true at all. And just because somebody says something to somebody else and they might believe it is true, it doesn't make it true. So, and if you truly love yourself, you could never hurt another. And we all need help on that, But we all need better work on that, Because in the end of the day, negative energy, hurting one another, that's not going to get us any farther, any better than where we're at. And this whole situation is going to get worse than before it gets better, okay? Conky and myself have been in the middle. And, a lot of people have said a lot of horrible, nasty, mean things out there. And, hey, that's fine. You have your opinion, but it's not true. I haven't taken sides. I've stood in the middle between both of these guys to keep them apart from each other. People, why do you call the cops or all this stuff? Like Conky said, first of all, cops ain't going to show up. Second of all, you're going to call the cops on your mom and dad. I mean, I don't know. So, Scott Roberts, appreciate it. That's very true. I will not get all the super chat. I appreciate it, Scott Roberts. There's no members only in this channel. I don't have members only yet, but I might start members only, and that would be on a couple levels. If I do this members only, it's gonna be Ask the Auctioneer, and level would be first off that a level for you could bid similar to different other YouTube channels out there. So I would do an auction, pull some things out of each of the units, that I think are pretty cool, and let you guys get an opportunity to buy stuff directly from those units. And that would be a low level thing. And then a little bit higher level would be a lot more additional content. There's so much I would love to release, so much I never have released because just don't have time, or I don't think it's going to make the cut or anything else. So very crazy. And here's a good quote. If you want to fly, give up everything that weighs you down. And that's how I kind of look at life. And I try to fly high as I can be, try to go right to the top, and obviously I failed many things in my life and no one's perfect. And that's why everyone out there, remember that. Not one of you people, no one out here watching tonight is perfect. We've all messed up in life. We've all screwed up. We've had relationships in life that we've messed up and screwed up. And, from either it could have been boyfriends and girlfriends to best friends from middle school or grade school or high school or college, and so on and so forth. Could be family members and cousins, or everyone's had those relationships that have been damaged, destroyed to beyond repair and everything else. So remember that when you watch all the stuff that's going on, and, step back for a second and put yourself in a position where, like, hey, there's a lot of stuff going on. So just kind of put yourself in a position. And, I appreciate everyone out there. I appreciate the support I've had. I appreciate you guys. I try to put out great videos. I try to give you guys different angles. A lot of YouTubers out there, obviously in this genre, I would say genre of the storage unit. Most of them give you storage units. I have this luxury of being an auctioneer. I get to go to a lot of houses, estates, everything from hoarder houses, clean outs, sometimes dealing with people's antiques, collectibles, and, and today was one of those days. You want to hear a crazy story? My morning started off, I had to go drive over an hour. And I met Just Jeff at a house that I met the lady Monday. Mother's moving out, downsizing, needed to get rid of some stuff. There was very little, a couple pieces of furniture, some china glassware, a really cool nautical compass, some artwork. And I go to the house today, and I called her up. I said, "Oh, Jeff is going to be there any minute. I'll be there in a few minutes afterwards." And Jeff goes, she goes, "Oh, I'm keeping this piece and this piece." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, it's not what we agreed upon, but okay, I'll let it happen." And Helen, I like everyone. You, JG Conkey from New Zealand, and I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. I appreciate that, Helen, and thank you so much. And I appreciate your support through all this time and everything else. And that's the thing. None of us are perfect. And Mary Dale, thank you. Super sticker. Appreciate your support. So Helen, Mary Dale, thank you guys so much. And I don't know. So let me go back to the story. I'm sitting there, and then there's a piece of artwork that there's two pieces, sign numbered artwork I was supposed to get. And then she's like, "Oh, we're keeping the one piece." Now remember, there's not much stuff. I got to try to make some money. Then we go into the bedroom, and then I'm like, man, that nautical compass was right on the ground right there. I didn't see it. The best piece out of everything she had. And I go, "Where's that?" She goes, "Oh, I sold it yesterday." Really? Really? These are things that make you mad as an auctioneer. Now I have three choices in this matter. I don't know. You got lots of choices, I guess. But one, I'm supposed to take this stuff and sell. But now 4 items are missing that I know of. Could be more. At least 4 items. Second, there wasn't that much stuff that was worth value. And the best item is now missing. So I told Jeff, I said, let's unload the few things and we'll go. And I told the lady, I said, I apologize, but, you broke your contract. We had a deal. And she's like, well, I'll give you this and this. I'm like, it's too late. Just take the stuff. I apologize, but, find someone else to take it. And this has happened to me maybe 3 times in my life, and I hate to walk away from any deal. And I had to walk away, So, like I said, Auction Anonymous, we don't plan on canceling it or anything else for right now. It's going to be on a little pause for a little bit. As you guys seen, Conky and everything else, took a little break. And I told Guapo this. I think I told Jeremy this. It's just kind of been a toxic environment, and there's a lot of people out there spewing venom and things like that. And Conky and I, like Conky said, poop hits the fan. Sometimes you get splattered, and we've been splattered, And but at the end of the day, there's no winners, there's no losers, And I think that's what people on YouTube think. Oh, there's gonna be a winner and loser. There's no winners and losers. You think at the end of the day, like, oh, this person's gonna win, this person's gonna lose. It's not. It's at the end of the day, everyone's lost time, money, energy. Part of their life dedicated to all this. So I'm losing time right now talking about it. So I want to talk, do an Ask the Auctioneer show would be more in depth, and try to do some actually selling some items. And hey, what do you have? 15,000, 100, go to 1, go to 1, 175, 2, go to 9, 2, yeah. So, and then if you guys didn't see yesterday's video, $300 unit, watches, shoes, artwork, graded cards, 5x5. And I'm like, why would someone leave this unit? Why? The guy go to jail? It's just, you got to ask yourself that stuff. So you always ask yourself, why did someone leave this stuff behind? And people always say that, like, oh, what do you guys see? I got a unit I just got for free. I cleaned the storage unit out. And I already know everyone out there is going to be like, oh, this is fake. There's no way. Da-da-da. The manager said, listen, the family came. They took a bunch of stuff out of the unit. I guess took some stuff. And they put all the stuff like in front of the unit. And he called the mom up and said, hey, all this stuff can't be sitting in front of the storage unit. Put it all back in the storage unit. It was just garbage bags, everything else. You won't believe what I find in the garbage bags. It's unbelievable. So I got that unit for free. That video's coming out. Then lady gets the storage unit in 2015, 10 by 40 storage unit, puts all of her stuff in there. She ends up passing away. The unit, the 10 by 40, over $600 a month now to rent. $600 a month. I couldn't believe it. And while I was there, a gentleman called me over and said, "Hey, you want to buy my storage unit?" And he's just like, "I can't afford it." And could you imagine? I mean, a storage unit's for $600 a month. I mean, it's a 10 by 40. It's a big storage unit, but still, I mean, it's over $600 a month. I'm just like, so I'm going to ask you guys real quick. You know, I mean, you guys think I should do Ask the Auctioneer? You think that'd be a good thing? And do you guys still want to see Auctions Anonymous? I guess I should ask you guys. You guys are the ones that would want to watch it. So do you guys still want to see Auctions Anonymous? And do you want to see me do a separate show? So let me know in the chat. We'll see what you guys say. And maybe no one wants to see either. And then you guys could do something better on a Thursday night. Do they still have Thursday night football? I don't know. I don't watch much football. I don't have time to do much besides work. Speaking of which, I got to work on this video tonight. Oh my gosh. It's going to be long. Oh, I see a couple of yeses. Some both. Yeah, the other show will be a completely different type of show. One I think we would focus on if we did Ask the Auctioneer, like a question or something every week of from everything from like, maybe telling about gold or silver or coins or talking about comic books or cards or collectibles or grading or, China or artwork or just getting into different topics of, showing things that are real and fake, I don't know. I was thinking about all those things. Someone said, I get a chance to read my email. No, I did not get a chance to read the email. But if you've resent it, put attention to Robert. My business partner, I think, went out. I know he went out of town for a few days, and so I'll have to go back. I'll have to go. I usually don't check emails. He usually gives them to me. I'm really bad with emails and all kind of stuff, guys. I like AA. I love AA. Just you look for having fun there. 97. Where's Conky and Jeremy? Brad, will you still be posting your original channel? Yes. Always posting on the original channel. My goal for the original channel is at least 3 to 4 videos a week and a live. But now I'd probably go to 2 lives a week. It's just that the second live, Ask the Auctioneer, it would be open to everybody. It's just that to bid on the stuff in the auction, you would have to be a member. Some other channels do it. It just helps get rid of a lot of people, and it wouldn't be a high membership fee, maybe like $4.99 or something like that for the month or something like that. And there'd be a lot of bonuses and giveaways and things like that I would be doing because, trust me, I got things all over the place to give away. You guys see. And I said last week I think I bought 6 storage units. I got all my storage units emptied out. Someone said, do you read or are you ready? Bring Just Jeff in AA. Stay. What ideas about what you're talking about? I can't afford another membership. Don't worry, Bonnie. You'll have tons of. You don't have to get no membership. Yeah, I don't sell very much on eBay. There's a few things posted on eBay that like buy it now stuff. Usually, if we ever put things on eBay, most of the time it would be something that would be if we have like, for example, I got all those nails that you stick on from that one storage unit. So I think we put a bunch of those on eBay because it's just, like 300 of them. You divide them up into groups and you put them up to buy it now. Like we did that. We had like 100 of one CD and 50 of a different CD and 10 of this record from this one unit that we bought like a year and a half, 2 years ago. We put those on because to put them in auction, it just sometimes if you have multiples of things that you can sell, buy it now, and it's easy. So, but 99% of 99.9% of everything I sell goes through Second Sense auctions. Just Jeff does a phenomenal job, though. Sometimes he does put a bunch of stuff on Facebook Marketplace, like furniture and things like that. Some things like that. So, well, thank you, Gail. Love you too. Yeah, and I thought about like a lot of people pardon me, a lot of people don't even know my business partner. Thought about having him come out. We got so many people characters that you guys get to know. Thank you so much, Gail. I do appreciate it. And Jeff is a great guy. Speaking of which, he replaced all these lights today in the building because we had a whole power issue, and it wasn't from the storm. We had a power issue before, and the storm really didn't help the situation. I know you're in Ohio, but do you come to Michigan? Yeah, I just bought a storage unit in Michigan not too long ago, so I do go to storage units in Michigan. So yeah, I go to Michigan. I go anywhere there's money. If it's worth it, I will go. I mean, Conky and I, we drove all the way out to, I remember where that was, Maryland or somewhere, right by the ocean for mainly Matchbox cars. There were some Hot Wheels, but a huge, mega Matchbox car collection that I tried to purchase, and it didn't happen the way we wanted it to. But yeah, we'll go anywhere. So I definitely go to Michigan. I bought a unit in Virginia. I've gone to Virginia. I've been to Indiana, Pennsylvania. So, like I said, if it's worth it, I'll definitely go. But, like I said, I just wish, everyone, in the end of the day, like I said, I mean, Jeremy, Conky, Guapo, myself, we were all great friends. We had a lot of good times together. And, can never change that. And, but the future, who knows what it holds? Everything changes. And that's the thing, about life. And I was just talking to someone about that today. And this one guy, he lived at this house for over 20 some years, And he's like, man, it's going to be really tough moving. And I said, hey, there's always going to be change in your life. Change happens. It's one of those things you can't stop. And, once again, it's how you would adapt to the change. How do you want to deal with the change? I just read another one of these. Nothing can harm you as much as your own thoughts unguarded. That's a tight one. And, a lot of times that is the truth. It's your own thoughts that do more damage than anything else to you, because you'll sit there and overthink, overanalyze, put whole narratives in your head about situations and things. So, sometimes the best thing is when you think or something, maybe go get clarification, and change is never painful. Only resistance to change is painful. That's good. So change itself is not the painful part. It's you resisting the change. Yeah. Yep. Include guest topics. I was thinking about that. I thought about, different people on their month. Oh, they say here, did you use the $600 a month unit? Well, I didn't use it. I emptied the unit out. And I bought the unit because there was a jewelry box. And, I guess this is Auctions Anonymous. I'll give you guys a sneak peek. Let's see here. And thank you, Bonnie. Please hit that thumbs up, guys. It really helps the channel. If you didn't check out, like I said, yesterday's video, Man, it's amazing. Man, oh man. Oh, I'll show you this picture too. So I had to take my daughter. I got her a car. Put new tires on it. Did you research the photos you found in the last video? Curious to know the photographer. Well, I guess the photos are like National Archive photos, Coco. And the company is a company that accesses the National Archive photos and then reprints them on high quality, well, using high quality paper and ink, and makes the those pictures, and they number them and they make series of those. And I don't know, I see them anywhere from like around $100 some to over $1,000. It just really depends on the series and all that. We're probably going to put them in auction. But man, if you guys didn't see the photos, I mean, there's music stuff, there's history pieces. I mean, the World Trade Center getting built. Jim Morrison and the Doors, Garcia. I mean, Nixon. I mean, unbelievable. You guys got to check out the video. It's crazy. And actually, I had to use artificial intelligence in that video because there was music playing over, and it took all the music out of the video. It messed up a few little speaking points. But what do you see this picture? I hope I can find it. Everyone's going to be like, Rob. All right, here it is. This is a sneak peek for you, for everyone watching. Take a look at that. 3 jewelry boxes. I bought it for 1, got 3. And let's see if I got another picture here. This is why I bought it. Look at the top of this jewelry box. See all that dirt and dust? Wow. And it was all wrapped up. I'm like, if they wrapped it up, there's gotta be something in there. And sure enough, there was something in there. So, well, I appreciate you guys' support. I mean, you guys definitely left me some, telling me that we should definitely keep moving forward. It sounds like we want to do both shows, Auctions Anonymous and then Ask the Auctioneer show. So I got to work on that. I think I'm going to redo up this whole area. So next week it might look completely different, except for the live. I got that from a great lady, a fan. I sold a bunch of stuff from her husband when he passed away, and I bought that, and I told her I'd hang it up, and this way I always remember. But yeah, all 3 jewelry boxes, I can tell you one thing, none of them are empty. So I think tomorrow's video will be the free unit. I'm going to try to keep it as one video. It's a lot of video right now. It's got a lot of editing to do. But you guys are going to get blown away by the free unit. And then the jewelry box unit, $210 for that one. Lady is paying $600 a month. Had the unit for 9 years. She moved into the unit, and the manager said she never came back in 9 years and just paid on it. When she first started renting it, I think it was like $240 a month and went all the way up to $600, over $600 a month. Mike McDermott, Rob, if you're going to sell DVDs, CDs, and some kind of tag sale, what would be the most fair price to sell each of them? A quick way to sell them, Mike, I mean, I would say maybe $1 a piece, but do a deal like, like, I don't know, like, 6 for $5 or, 15 for 10 or whatever. I mean, the key is to get rid of them, man. It's been a little bit more difficult to sell CDs and DVDs lately. I don't know why. DVDs really have been a lot more difficult. I guess now everyone's streaming everything. But you don't have to pay for the DVD. Well, I guess you have to pay the one-time price, but you can watch it over and over. Thank you, Bunny. So, and then, Rob, I could use some of those size 13 shoes. Well, guess what, Charles? There's a bunch of those shoes in the auction. And for from that storage unit yesterday, and then I kept 2 pairs of shoes out of the storage unit, and I kept the iridescent shoes, and of course my son wore them the first day I brought him home. He went out somewhere and took them, and then the whatever you call the Uggs, I kept the Uggs. They were comfortable, and then but we're gonna have a bunch of tennis shoes coming up in this auction coming up. We have an auction next Wednesday, and then the following Saturday. In both auctions, they're full of great stuff. So, as Bonnie will tell you, you got to check out www.secondsense.com. Unbelievable stuff. It's just, but like I was telling Mike, I mean, the best thing, like to sell those kind of things, you can. I always found like selling anything like that when you give them deals, it always sounds better, and people love deals. And the key is to try to sell them in bulk. If you can sell 10 to 15 at a time instead of just one. John over here, size 16 shoe. What are you, Conky? I think Conky wears like a 16 or something crazy. So, can you sell original lawn darts? No. You can, but I will not. I will not. Actually, I've been. We had them in auction before, and they sent us a messaging telling us that you cannot sell the original lawn darts. They have been pulled for a long time ago because how dangerous they are to, obviously, some kid out there got a lawn dart in the head or got his eye taken out and lawsuit, and they made them illegal. So, but you can sell them. I see them all the time at garage sales, flea markets. And I know some of the other day they were like, "Oh man, I'm looking for some lawn darts." I'm like, "I think I got it," and I have brand new ones at the shop, and I think they came down, and I think Shane gave him one of the brand new ones we had because we don't sell them. But I will give them away for free. I don't know if I got any left though. Yeah, the original lawn darts are illegal. You cannot sell them. Like go on eBay, you're not allowed to sell them. So there's some things that are legal. It's just weird. But yeah, lawn darts are one of those things I thought someone was messing me with the first time. They told me it was illegal. It wasn't illegal. I mean, it was illegal. I'm like, oh. Could you imagine you're the guy that goes to jail for lawn darts? What are you in here? I sell lawn darts. Oh, man. All suffering is caused by ignorance. What do you think about that one? That's a tough quote. All suffering is caused by ignorance. I can tell you a lot of things in the world is because of ignorance. That's for sure. And being ignorant of topics or subjects or matters, and back to what my whole original discussion, a lot of people out there have opinions and ideas and all this other stuff about all the stuff that's going on, but a lot of this, they don't know. Like Conk and I, we know a lot more about the whole thing. Obviously, we spend time with both people and everything else. We know a lot more about what, so a lot of people are ignorant to things, and like I said before, you can't just listen to everybody. And there's so much falsehoods and lies being said on all kind of different channels and things like that. So just be smarter, make your own opinions, And like I said, I've known both of those guys for 6 years. I've seen both of them do a lot of good things for the community, a lot of good things for people, help out a lot of people out there, And, and my goal has always been with my channels to try to help people, educate people when I find things. I have some knowledge. I've been doing it a long time, buying and selling. I try to give people ideas of value, real value, not made up inflated values, because it's really easy. Oh, wow, I found this Hot Wheel thing. This is going to be worth $50, and I found this. And okay, well, that thing's worth $4.99 or $6.99. Okay, I'm going to tell you what it's worth, I'm not going to sit there and, and that's how my channel has always been. It's a real channel. It's no falsehoods. There's no drama. I'm not trying to sit there and anything else. It's real. And, It always kills me when people, Rob, this is fake and that. And it's like, you guys all know. And I'm not here to brag or anything else, but all the people on YouTube, I guarantee you there's not one other person that does YouTube that buys more storage units in a year than I do. I just buy a lot of storage units. But I also sell a lot. I have obviously an auction company. I have auctions every week. And we sell anywhere between 500, sometimes 1,000 items. I have a lot of people that work for me. I have a lot of mouths to feed. I have a lot of expenses and overhead. In the meantime, I obviously have a family and 2 young children. Well, they're getting older, but, so my goals, my things in life, I strive to run a successful business, an honest business, and I work my butt off. And I think anyone that knows me would say, Rob, if anyone ever, because I've seen a lot of bad comments and things like that. And if you ever met me or know me, someone said the other day, man, like, Rand, you're just like you are, you're just a real person. I'm like, that's how I am. I'm as you see here, I'm as real as can be. I'm not any different in real life. And like I said, I try to treat everybody, equally, and I come from a background. I've worked with every type of person you could imagine, every race, religion, people that had different, from the LGBTQ community and everything else. I worked in hotels with 500 employees. I've had people from foreign countries that just came to the United States, just with that American dream in their eyes. And I seen guys, like have a stack full of singles, $1 bills. My country, I'd be rich, Rob. I'd be rich because $1 there is worth 100 of our dollars. And people don't even understand how lucky and how great that we have it in this country. And so, and that's why I appreciate what we have. And I got to meet so many great people, and I accept everybody out there. I love everybody out there. And prayers for you, Rob. Thank you. I appreciate that, Lenny. And prayers back to everybody watching, And, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and, like I said, I told in the beginning I wasn't going to take sides. I'm not going to take sides. I've never taken sides. I've spoken to Jeremy and Guapo since the started. And like I said, and I will continue unless they don't want to talk to me. And thank you, Lenny. And I want to keep talking to all you guys because I appreciate everyone out there, and I appreciate sharing this awesome adventure that I've been on in my life. And I wish I would have shared more of it, but I started a little late and, pardon me, and started a little late. And, but I'm sharing it with you guys now, and I've shared some great adventures. I think, some of these amazing hoarder houses and cleanouts to items. There's so much stuff and so many unbelievable storage units. Unbelievable storage units, and the best is still to come. I'm telling you that, ladies and gentlemen. The best storage units are yet to come, and then getting to see like the new generation out there. And man, like just Jack, that storage unit he bought, and then Avery's all in there in the chat right now, but they bought the other 2 units, and it's great. It's great, and I love seeing people be successful, and that's my goal. My goal is to pump people up, try to be successful, try to be and positive, and that's where we're going. I don't want negativity. I don't want anger. I don't want things out that, and it irks me and it makes me frustrated when I see people that try to tear down other people to build themselves up. It frustrates me. It's how horrible of a person can you be to try to tear down other people to make yourself something. I don't know, but you see it all the time. People love horrible news, negative news. That's probably why I'm where I'm at on YouTube. I'm not going to go into horrible, negative. I'm going into positive. The biggest thing is me calling the cops on a storage unit someone stole stuff out of. Speaking of which, I went to court the other day, and they guy did a plea bargain or something, did some kind of plea right now, so they canceled the court date. So that's happened with that storage unit. And then, man, you guys, where do you see these stores? I got so many videos right now on my phone. I'm just like thinking in my head because I'm like, okay, I got the free unit. Oh yeah, I got the jewelry box unit. Oh yeah, I got the storage unit that I bought because there's some stuff I wanted for my own personal, and I hardly ever buy storage units for my own personal being in that unit. I still got the huge announcement that'll be coming out probably. I think they're gonna give me the okay at the end of the month here. I'm hoping. So I signed a disclosure agreement with a $1 billion company, and you guys will find out about that. That's some big news. So that'll be coming out. There's a lot of big stuff going on, and then they got the holiday. Wow. So I'm like, what am I going to do for the holiday? Anyone out there? Oh yeah, Avery's. I made it to Toledo. We talked about carpooling. Good thing I didn't carpool with you, Roy. I'd still be sitting there. Oh, just joking. I'm messing with you. No, Roy and I were going to carpool out there. Maybe Lisa too. I don't know. We were going to carpool out to the auction out there. But I went out there. There were some units. I'll probably put that video out. That's another video. The one unit sold, I didn't buy. The guy is in jail. The other unit, I should have bought the one unit, and I'm still kicking myself. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. It was dirty, dusty, a 10 by 15. The first 5 feet was a lot of stuff I would have to throw out. That was probably why I was a little bit negative on it, and I got so much stuff going on. And I've been trying to, well, I shouldn't say I've, Super Shane and Just Jeff been cleaning and organizing the building up. And still thinking about maybe having a Halloween party. I'm not sure. Oh, Avery, since you're in the chat, everything else, and anyone else out there, I got the mega awesome auction coming up, and that's going to be on the 7th storage unit auction, and we have Chardon this time. And Chardons usually they never have them, and every time they've had units in Chardon, been unbelievable. So we got a Lake Self Storage in Paynesville, Chestnut Self Storage in Paynesville, and then Behind the Pine Self Storage in Chardon. And that will be on the 7th of September. First one's going to be 9 o'clock. Second one's going to be 10 o'clock. And the third one probably like 11 something. And I know the manager told me there's a unit owned by a couple that they paid over 2 units. And those 2 units, they paid over $40,000 in storage. $40,000 in storage. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a storage unit, that's great and fine and everything else. Just do the math on it and think about maybe buying a shed or building a garage or a mansion. Depends on what you got. The $600 a month storage unit, and that's $7,200 a year. That's 10 years of $72,000. You can probably put an addition on your house for that. So just think about that. The storage units. So I just know I've heard so many stories about people with storage units, and then like this lady, she had it for 9 years. She was paying over $600 some a month. She passed away. And then her family, they don't get the unit. And then I end up getting the unit. So, I don't know. Thank you, Renda. And so, man, I'm telling you guys are all going to be blown away. There's some crazy videos coming out. And you know what other video I'm working on? I got to work on. I'm going to do a coin cashing in video. And I have so many coins from years and years and years and years. So I'm probably going to have to do multiple coin cashing in videos. So right now I've been trying to find a place. If you guys know, let me know in the chat if you know where I could take in coins besides a Coinstar. And then you can go to Coinstar and they'll take out your 10%, or you can get a gift card and you don't have to pay the 10%. But I don't know. So I was thinking about doing something awesome with the coins that we cash in. And I don't know. I mean, it's got to be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Maybe I'll buy a storage unit with some. I thought about taking the guys to Las Vegas. Any silver coins, Lenny? Probably I took most of those out. But I have so many coins, there's good possibility there's going to be some silver coins in there. there's definitely wheat pennies mixed in there, and probably buffalo nickels. Because I mean, a lot of these coins came from storage units. A lot of them I never even went through. They're just in the original container I found them in. So some are in mason jars, some are in banks, some are in Ziploc bags. Um, most of it is how I found it. I just put it on the shelf in my building. So I just like to see, one, how much money there is total there, and two, I thought about doing like some kind of like fill up different containers. I don't know. I got some ideas. So, but I definitely got to do a coin caching video, and just because I have so many coins, and I've had them, said 12 years, 13 years of saving coins. So, but man, so ask the auctioneer. I guess we're going to start right now. Anyone has a question, first question to come in, I'll answer. My first question will come in after Jane Lord. Let's see if anyone has a question for Ask the Auctioneer. Dun 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 dun. Ask the Auctioneer. Do I got to do the dun 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 dun. Let's see if I got anything. Someone said I need to find a counting machine. My dad actually has one. My dad passed away, but we still have it. So in larger banks, make piles of hundreds on the floor. Someone said, what happened between Jeremy and Guapo? That's very unclear. Well, it's not too unclear. They just had a disagreement about a hire, and then, and from there, things have been said, and it escalated, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you can really go back and watch their channels. I'm not going to get into it too much, but that's pretty much what happened. They had a disagreement, and go from there. Let's see. Rob, not an auction question, but do you think the Guardians are going to make the playoffs? Mike, I think they're going to make the playoffs. Now, are they going to win the division? I don't know, man. It's not looking great, but I like the question. Oh, here we go. What age of coins would you sell versus cashing in pennies and quarters? Well, Teresa, quarter-wise, I mean, anything before 1964 before silver, so obviously you don't want to cash those in. And I'm pretty sure my buddy took stuff to Coinstar before, and he had like 2 silver quarters, and it spit the silver quarters out. It did not take the silver quarters at the Coinstar machine. So I'm pretty sure that happened. I remember him telling me that. So penny-wise, well, there's a lot of different opinions on pennies, because they say the copper in the old pennies is worth more than a penny. It's worth like a penny and 1.5 cents or something, or 2 cents or something like that. So some people would tell you the old copper pennies may be safe, and I forgot what year they went over to more zinc than the copper base. I want to say like 88, 85. Someone in the chat, you could probably let me know. But pre that, you could take all those pennies, but I'm not going to go that far. Because to go look through all those pennies, separate all those pennies, I thought about setting up tables, have all my guys, and separating out, going through a quick search of the money, one to make sure, foreign money, tokens, because you're going to find game tokens and things like that, and their batting tokens and laundry tokens, and who knows, bus tokens. And so try to go through a quick, find foreign coins, any silver, any buffalo nickels, wheat pennies, Indian head pennies, and all that kind of stuff. Try to take all that out. Kind of be interesting just to see what we find going through all the coins. Like I said, these came out of storage units and houses and things, so you just don't know. So, I mean, it's definitely would be interesting, and I've been meaning to do it for a long time. It's just, time, energy, money. Let's see. What's the scariest item I found? That's a good question. See, I'm not a person that really gets scared easily, faint of heart kind of person. So I don't know about scariest. Probably the scariest. It was a unit full of books. No, just joking. I still have nightmares. No, I can tell you one of the most disgusting, nastiest things was I tell people this: the one storage unit I bought, it had the lady self-taxidermied cats, and she was a cat lady, and there had to be at least 20 self-taxidermied cats that she had in that storage unit. And I've told the story before, so I got to tell the people that haven't heard it, but I'm doing the storage unit, and it was an unbelievable storage unit, by the way. It had tons of these old horns for Edison, speaker, old horns for like Edison players and record players, phonographs. And there's like probably 20 some of those hand painted. There were some collector cars and things like that. And but there, I opened the first box and I was like, something like this, a dead cat on top of the box, but it was a taxidermied cat. And then someone called me, and I remember getting on my phone, and I was talking, and all of a sudden, like a huge chunk of hair floating in the air went right in my mouth. Oh, and I was like, oh. And no problem. Appreciate it, Brian. And man, now I know what a cat and a hairball is, because I got one right into my throat, and it was the most disgusting, nastiest thing. You wanted to throw up, you're gagging, everything else. And this is from the worst of the hairballs from a dead cat from who knows how long ago. And it could have been from 5 dead cats. And oh my gosh, it was one of the most disgusting, nastiest, I don't know about scariest storage units, but it was definitely a bad. And one of the first storage units, I remember I bought this one in Cleveland, and there's all this brand new merchandise and then like food and other stuff, but there was like mouse infestation. So bad, the mouse infestation. There was mouse poop everywhere. And the storage facility, I was like, hey, the deposit. And they're like, oh, yeah, if you want, we'll just keep the deposit. We'll clean out the unit. They're like, take whatever you want. And I was like, oh, great. So I took all the good stuff and left all the stuff, just mouse poop. It was horrible. But that was probably one of the only units I ever left. I've cleaned out every unit since then. Do you remember your first unit? Do you remember the first time? Well, the first unit I bid on and the first unit I bought. Those are two different ladies. The first unit I bid on, I remember going to a storage unit auction. This is before Storage Wars and all that stuff. And went with my cousin. And there was like a moped in there, and there was tools, and it was like a 10 by 10 unit. There was all kind of cool stuff in there, some bikes and stuff. And I'm bidding on it. My cousin's like, no, stop, and he talked me out of buying it. And I was like, okay. And then I went to an auction, a storage auction with my business partner. And at the time, we were buying and selling cars and got into some properties and things like that. And actually, we bought the building before we started the auction company. That's another story. And so we go to this auction, and the storage unit opens up, and I could just tell, it was like lots of old stuff in there. And there was this, I thought it was a piece of furniture. And it was actually this like crazy organ. And there was all kind of stuff in there. And this couple passed away and had the storage unit for years. And I paid $600 some. And we sold like the furniture for like $900 or $1,000. It was like this nice mid-century bedroom set. And then we sold the organ thing for, I think like it was like $1,000 or $800. And this guy came all the way, and I remember it was at my house. I didn't even have the building yet. And this guy said, oh, I'm coming to pick it up. And this thing's so heavy. And he shows up, and, he was partially handicapped, and he had 2 crutches walking with. And he's like, he couldn't move anything. So I'm sitting there trying to get this thing on by myself, and man, that thing almost killed me. I remember it was so tough, man. But that first unit, we made so much money off there. And I remember my business partner when I first bought it, he goes, "What are you thinking?" I said, "Listen, I'm gonna give you two choices." I said, "You can either buy the unit with me, or I got the money in my pocket. I'll buy the unit, and you don't worry about it." And he bought the unit with me, and ever since, and that's how Second Sense kind of got started from there. It's not exactly when it got started, but we started buying and selling stuff, and then I bought 3 huge units, and then we hired my brother and this other guy, and that's when Second Sense got started. Please hit the thumbs up. Well, the rest of that series is that we got to go back. So yeah, the $30,000 Hot Wheel guy, we'll definitely see more of that. Definitely see more of that. I've had a lot of illegal things in storage units. I love that you never say anything about it. Well, sometimes I'll talk about it, but yeah, there's some crazy illegal things you find in storage units, and tell you what, to each their own. Everyone's different, that's for sure. You know, the oddest thing. Oof. I mean, I sold so many odd things. It's hard for me to say what's odd nowadays because to me, like odd things, I guess, are just more like one of a kind, special things. I mean, one of the oddest things, we just had that guy that had the collection of all this pieces of antiquities, basically from like the Ming and Zhang dynasties in China. I mean, these pieces were dug up. He worked for Euro Disney, and when they opened Hong Kong Disney, he was over there, and he was buying all these things that were coming out of like tombs and things like that. Because China's a lot different than other parts of the world, I guess. You know, there's things you can buy, but yeah, he had a lot of unbelievable items, and that's some of the oddest things I would say. You know, how do we come up with the name Second Sense? Oh man, guys. All right, we won't be too much longer, but Second Sense. Here's how this came up. My business partner came up with the name. My business partner's name's Joe. He came up with the name Second Sense. I don't know. He was thinking like, I don't know why he came up with. They was thinking third, Sixth Sense and Second Sense or something. I don't remember exactly how he came up with it. I came up with a bunch of other names, but everyone I checked out was taken. To be honest with you, and not taken. You probably could use the name. I'm sure there's the same auction company names in different states and things, but I didn't want to use any of those names. And so then I kind of got stuck with Second Sense. And my reasoning is, we give things a second chance. We started with a few cents. I mean, we were broke. Give things a second chance, a second life. And there was 2 of us. So that's kind of how we got the Second Sense. Now, I don't know if that's exactly the truth or not, but that's what I'm telling you. Like I said, he came out with it. And I always thought it was a dumb name, stupid name. And I still think it's a dumb and stupid name, but it's different. And, and people are always like, hey, there's that 2-cent guy. Well, it's Second Sense, not 2 cents, but it's all right. And and I give you my 2 cents tonight. And I appreciate everyone that's tuned in tonight. I appreciate you listening to me on my soapbox or whatever else, And then in the day, my summary is that, the Auction Anonymous crew obviously will never be like it was. I love all my brothers. I had a lot of great times with them and look forward to having good times with them in the future. Like I said, and things might get worse before they get better. But that's just the way life goes. And, Conky and Noreen, if you guys didn't watch it, they did an awesome video the other night talking about how they feel and all their stuff. So we're welcome to listen to them. We'll be back next Thursday. Same time, same place. If you guys haven't checked out, like I said, 2 unbelievable auctions. So if you're bored this holiday weekend, check them out. Awesome stuff. We ship everywhere, all over the country. Also, didn't check out yesterday's video, got to check it out. The artwork, the watches, the shoes. You're seeing people in the chat talking about it. Unbelievable unit. And this weekend, I'm trying to get all the videos out I can, but it's definitely going to be, I'm working on the free unit, and it will blow your mind for free. The jewelry box unit, I got to work on that one, and I got a bunch of other videos. So I appreciate you guys all watching. As you always know, we do end with a prayer. And as Bonnie was nice enough to do, put that up there. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up, help out the channel, and do a quick prayer. Lord, thank you for all you've given us. I appreciate everything. And I appreciate the friendships that you've given me with all the wonderful people in the chat tonight, and the friendship with the Auctions Anonymous crew. And Lord, may you go into their hearts and heal the wounds the best you can. And may you let them find what they need to find: love and happiness. And let everyone out there that needs any help, assistance, that's watching tonight, Lord, may you come into their life and do what you see fit. And I know not all the time is exactly as we would want. And as I spoke to my brother today, a lot of people think you're a genie, and hey, why did you not help me when I needed you, Lord, or save this person from dying or anything else? And we know it doesn't work that way, Lord. We just appreciate what you can give us. Amen. And I do appreciate you guys. And like I said, I try to read all the comments I can. Appreciate the comments tonight. I appreciate your support. So much going on, Second Sense. Lots of great things. And, the change is inevitable, ladies and gentlemen. Change will always occur. Change will always happen. We can try to stop change, but, and everyone always talks about the good old days, because the good old days were the days that they loved. Remember the good old days? And so I know you guys all remember the good old days. And those good old days, years from now, these will be the good old days. So next Thursday, I'll be here. Auctions Anonymous, it will be back. Ask the Auctioneer will be here for a little bit. And, start some cool things going on. And like I said, there's some big news coming out. And you guys will not believe. So, yeah, the good old days, those days are gone. Definitely things have changed, ladies and gentlemen. And, I was trying to tell that about the kids, So when we were kids, you just go out and nowadays it ain't like that. And of course, now you can track your kids too and see how fast they're going in vehicles and all kind of stuff. So times have changed. If we had cell phones when we were kids, well, a lot of us probably be in jail. I'm just joking. Who knows if we had cell phones? Trust me. Just imagine the trouble we would have got in. So, no, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And like I said, check out the auctions. Got 2 auctions coming up. One's going to end next Wednesday, and the other one's going to end Saturday. So there's plenty of time. Lots of great items. And then the following Saturday, we do have the live storage unit auctions in Painesville, Ohio, starting at 9 o'clock. Don't forget, check out Conky. He put out a great live last week. And then I know, Guapo, he's got a live he'll be coming out with. And Jeremy, he's got his auctions. He's going to be starting on Whatnot. And so you guys got to look forward to Whatnot auctions. So all kind of craziness going on. Everyone's got stuff going on. And I know you guys all got stuff going on. You can say, Rob, stop talking. That's the thing about being an auctioneer. I got the gift of gab, I guess. So they told me to be a minister and an auctioneer, and I guess I'm a little bit of both tonight. But let's see if I got one more quote I didn't get a chance to read, because I read most of them I think I wanted to read. Let's see real quick, though, before I let you go. Nothing can harm you as much as your own thoughts unguarded. So remember that. Your own thoughts are more dangerous than almost anything. So positive attitude, positive mentality. And remember, wake up tomorrow is a new day for all of us. And tomorrow is the first day of the rest of our lives, they say, right? So let's use that and make a difference tomorrow. Do something great, and whatever you can, make a difference in your life, whatever. So I appreciate everyone watching. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And don't forget, check out the auctions. Hit that thumbs up if you have it. And tomorrow's video, the free storage unit, oh my gosh, unbelievable. And I'm going to have I was having a hard time starting the stream. Oh,